Hello everyone, welcome. It's me again. I'm back playing Mortal Kombat 11, the tutorial mode. And I wanted to take some time today to finish up the character-specific tutorials that I started on, what was it, Monday? Yeah, Monday. And hopefully I can finish them all today and maybe even go back to some of the parts of the regular tutorial that I skipped because they were too difficult. It's quite a bit too loud. I'll turn that down. In any case, let's go to Learn. Tutorial. Yeah. And let us go to Character Lessons. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't do a particularly good job of letting you know the characters you've already gone through, so you just sort of have to scroll through them to look yourself. Alright, I guess I'll start with Sonya Cage.
Sonya.
Or Sonya Blade, whatever. Now, I did do some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater streaming on Monday, and that turned out to be less successful than I hoped, but whatever. I guess that when it comes to actually playing the game while streaming, I'm not that great at it. I am better than that when I'm not streaming, but I have no proof of that to offer, except maybe some footage I'm going to upload of me getting my best combo and best run. And I'll do that at some point this week. But I will be doing part 2 of that series on Monday, where I'll play through where I'll play through Tony Hawk's 4, Tony Hawk's Underground, and Tony Hawk's Underground 2. And yesterday I also purchased 2 more Tony Hawk games that I'll do at a later date on the for the 360. Those would be Tony Hawk's Project 8 and Tony Hawk's looking at it, Proving Ground. And I'll be doing that along with American Wasteland also for the 360. But back to Mortal Kombat. Sonya is rewarded when she plays aggressively and gets in the opponent's face. She has many moves that let her mix up her opponents with overhead and low attacks that can be risky but lead to damaging combo opportunities. Energy Rings is a high projectile attack with fast startup that is safe on if it's blocked at mid to long range. Yep. Energy Rings can also be used while airborne to attack a jumping opponent. There we go. Amplify Rings to fire a second mid projectile that is safe unblocked against most characters. This attack is effective at dealing block damage and attack opponents that ducked the first projectile. I should get more comfortable with using the Amplify thing, especially if I want to try taking my game online. But even stuff like the challenge towers, and if I want to do the story mode again. The point is I should get better at using that. Leg Breaker is a low attack that lets Sonya threaten her opponent for mix-up anytime she's in the neutral or on the offense. This attack is unsafe on blocks, so don't use it too predictably. Alright. Amplify Leg Breaker to add extra damage and switch sides with the opponent. If Leg Breaker hits an opponent that is blocking high, the Amplified will cause a crushing blow. Oh, that's right. Okay. Air Control is a very fast anti-air attack that's effective at hitting opponents directly above Sonya. Okay. Amplify Air Control to add significant damage to the attack. If Air Control interrupts an opponent during a jumping attack, it will cause a crushing blow that can lead to a devastating combo. Okay. Overwatch starts with a very fast advancing high attack and ends with a launching that starts a juggle combo without using offensive gauge. The second is an overhead, leading to mix-up opportunities. Each attack is unsafe on block. Okay. Shoot and Scoot substitutes the overhead attack in Overwatch with a safer low attack. Using these two combo attacks to keep an opponent guessing. A blocking opponent guessing. Alright. There we go. I guess they want you to actually hit with all the attacks for it to count. Oorah starts with a mid attack. Sounds like an attack name might be better for Jax. Oorah starts with a mid attack that ends in a safe overhead attack that puts the opponent into a long knockdown, letting Sonya dash and apply pressure as soon as the opponent gets up. YAB. There we go. Perform Under Siege to substitute the overhead attack in Oorah with a low attack that's difficult to react to. This attack is easily punished if blocked. Back Y, A, down A. There we go. Last Patrol is the third to last episode of Brothers in Arms. No, Last Patrol is a combo attack that starts with an advancing low attack with great range. The last hit is a mid attack that is safe on block. That's a little difficult when they have two directional attacks like that in the same combo. Vedette is safe on block and starts with a very fast mid attack. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce that, but whatever. A down B. Alright. One down. More to go. Okay. I guess it'll go with Cassie Cage. Doesn't actually show her last name, so yeah, Sonya Blade, Sonya Cage, whatever. Cassie Cage. Cassie Cage is an effective fighter when she's in the neutral at mid-close range. Thanks to her quick hand-to-hand attacks that are often safe on block, she also has several gunshot attacks that help her stay competitive at longer range. Upglow is an anti-air attack, a quick startup, and long active frames. This high attack is good for ending combos, but can be evaded by ducking and is unsafe on block. Alright. It's like an upward flash kick. Amplify Upglow to follow up with a quick overhead attack. Use this to surprise the opponent that tries to punish a glow kick. After a miss or block, this attack is safe on block, but can be vulnerable if it misses. So, safe on block, unsafe on miss? Alright. Dual wielding is a high projectile attack that has slower startup but deals good block damage. Cassie Cage can delay the start of dual wielding, giving her more control to release the projectile at the perfect time. Cassie can increase the damage of the attack if she delays long enough. Alright, interesting. I did not know that. Cassie can cancel delayed dual wielding. If she cancels after her guns begin to glow, she can save the bonus damage for next gunshot attack she performs. This opponent can apply to basic attacks, combo attacks, and special moves. Nope. Cancel before firing. Okay, it's a little vague as to when they want you to cancel other than before you fire, so the timing on that seems a little odd, but whatever. Amplify dual wielding to fire rods of gunshots that are great for dealing additional damage or controlling space. So you fire 4 shots instead of 2. Ball Buster is a mid-attack fast startup that's unsafe on block. Cassie can special cancel into Ball Buster to end a juggle combo with frame advantage against standing opponents. Yep, she is her father's daughter. Alright. Amplify Ball Buster after a successful hit to deal additional damage and put the opponent into a long knockdown. This attack puts Cassie in a great position to apply pressure as the opponent gets up.
Nutcracker!
Okay. Assaulted is a damaging combo attack that starts with a quick, close-range high attack. The last 2 hits are high projectiles that are safe on block and deal good block damage, but can be evaded by ducking. Whack. Right. YXXY. The rush down ends with a quick overhead attack that's safe on block. Use this combo attack to surprise an opponent that's trying to duck under the high gunshots and assaulted. YX down Y. Glow Burst is an advancing high attack with fast startup that can be special canceled or to start it or extend a combo. Glow Burst is safe on block, but can be easily punished with an uppercut for a crushing blow if ducked. Alright. Does that make sense? Keeping it classy, should be keeping it Cassie, but keeping it classy with a quick advancing mid attack followed by another mid that's safe on block. The high attack is difficult to punish on block and will trigger a crushing blow if it hits by itself. YVA? YBA? I don't know. Shocker starts with a very fast high attack with great damage, with great range. The second attack will knock down on hit and has a slight frame advantage on block. Shocker can trigger a crushing blow if it interrupts an opponent's attack. Forward Y, X and A. Alright. Hot Take starts with a low attack and ends with a launcher that can start a juggle combo, although both attacks are unsafe on block. If the gunshot hits an opponent that is blocking high, the second hit will trigger a crushing blow. There we go. Heavy Hitter starts with a slower advancing low attack, but each hit is safe on block. There's a gap between the second and third attacks when Heavy Hitter is blocked, giving the opponent a chance to interrupt Cassie with a fast attack. Forward ABA. One in the Chamber starts with a very fast mid-attack, quickly followed by an overhead. Each hit in this combo is safe on block, but the third is a high attack that can be easily ducked. For B, XY. Oops. Guess it's obvious I was going to incorporate a gunshot in at some point. Look at that. More Avengers stuff. Because that suit looks an awful lot like the suits they wear in Avengers. In Avengers Endgame. At least it does to me. Back to the tutorial. I guess we should go to Frost since we skipped her.
Frost.
Doesn't seem like Frost was used very much in the story. She just seemed like another one of Kronika's minions. But whatever. Was she an MK4 character? Is that when she was introduced? Was it MK5? Deadly Alliance. I don't know. Frost has a variety of mid and long range attacks that let her control space and keep out opponents. Equipping different abilities can significantly change her options in combat. Core Discharge is a high projectile that can be aimed to hit different parts of the arena. The close version of this works as a quick anti-air attack, while further versions can knock down mobile opponents that are at a distance. Alright, so it's like a hit on impact version of Cyrax's grenade. I wonder if either Cyrax or Sector are even playable in this game. You fight one of them at least. Blade Spin is a multi-hit attack with long active frames that hits a wide area. This attack is safe on block and causes lots of block damage, but can be easily punished by a ducking opponent. Back forward 1. Amplified Blade Spin to have Frost advance as she extends the attack, increasing its damage on hit or block. This high attack is difficult to punish on block, but a ducking opponent can easily punish it with an uppercut or crushing blow. So it sounds like a high kick. Alright. Cry Roll stance fires 2 high projectiles at the opponent. This attack has fast startup but longer recovery, making it easily punished on miss or block if Frost is closer to the opponent. Alright. So far I'm not seeing much in the way of freezing. Oops, I didn't read that. Sorry. That's just telling you about Amplify. Okay, so it adds lower attacks. Cyberhead is an air attack with good range that is... What the heck? Cyberhead is an anti-air attack with good range that is high attack. This high attack is safe on block, but it can be easily evaded by a ducking opponent. Alright. Blade Lunge is a high attack with slower startup, but fantastic range and long active frames. This attack can be good for punishing miss attacks at mid to long range and is safe on block. Alright. Out Cold starts with a slower mid attack with good range that ends with 2-hit overhead attack that is safe on block. There's a big enough gap between the first and second hit that an opponent can interrupt Frost with a quick attack. Back Y, YXY. Alright. Reborn starts with an advancing low attack. That is, the second attack is a mid that's safe on block. The third attack is an overhead that is unsafe on block, but will launch the opponent for a juggle combo on hit. AY down X. Alright. I like to think I'm getting better at the timing part, but I don't know. Freezing Point starts with 2-hit high attacks. Starts with a 2-hit high attack that ends with an overhead that can be difficult to punish. Leave off the last hit for a safe combo attack that can be hit combined into unsafe special moves. ABBY. Find myself looking down at the controller a lot before I start these combos to make sure that I'm hitting the right buttons. That's probably not a good sign. That's probably a bad habit that I should stop immediately. Isolated. Isolated. Starts with a slower high attack, but the last hit is a mid attack with block advantage that can lead to a frame trap. Frost can special cancel this combo attack and just Cyberhead to start a juggle combo in the corner. BA. Alright. We're cruising along. So far I'm not liking any of these skins that I'm unlocking. I guess it doesn't really matter. That's not the reason why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to try to learn. Alright. So we got the top characters done. I just want to see if Sector's here. Doesn't seem like it. There's Scarlet. And you do fight Sector. Maybe it'll be a DLC character. I don't know. But you never play as him, though. Yeah, Sector is totally not here. So, I guess we go to Noob Saibot.
Noob Saibot.
So that's basically the black ninja. And Smoke is the gray ninja? But Smoke's not even here. Noob Saibot uses a mix of long-range and defensive attacks to make him an effective zoner, especially when he equips various projectile abilities, which I don't know anything about. These abilities. Or equipping anything. Shadow Tackle is a mid-projectile attack that knocks down on hit. This attack has the same block disadvantage as any range, which can make it easier to punish. Alright. Noob can amplify Shadow Tackle after a successful hit to deal additional damage and increase the attack's hit advantage. Okay. Not sure if I got the timing on that down, but whatever. Teleslam is a long-range high attack that will hit the opponent from behind. Well-timed Teleslam can be used to evade and punish an incoming projectile. Alright. Rising Shadow Kick is an anti-air attack with a quick startup that's great for catching opponents trying to jump over Shadow Tackle. This attack has limited horizontal range but covers a large area above Noob. Sounds like that kick that Cassie Cage has. In fact, that's exactly what it is. Just less glowy and more poofy. I don't know. Dark Punish is an advancing mid-attack that's safe on block. This attack will send the opponent flying back on hit, giving Noob frame advantage and space to start zoning. Alright. Sneaky Saibot starts with a very fast low attack, quickly followed by a high attack that's safe on block. The second hit can be easily punished if the opponent ducks under the second hit. Alright. Sinister Silhouette? Sinister Silhouette. I don't think I've ever seen that word spelled out before, but Sinister Silhouette starts with a low attack with good range, followed by a side-switching attack that knocks down. So it ends up on the other side. This combo attack is unsafe on block, but will cause a crushing blow if hits an opponent that's blocking high. Back A. Alright. For some reason I expected it to be a teleport move, but whatever. For the Brotherhood starts with a very fast mid-attack, but the second hit is unsafe on block. This last hit will cause a crushing blow if the combo interrupts an opponent's attack. So we got back X, X plus A, Y. Yeah, I got that in the first try. Resurrected starts with a fast high attack followed by a low attack. The last hit is a mid-attack that is safe on block and can start a juggle combo if the opponent's in the corner. So this is one of those things where it's difficult to block all the attacks because it goes from high to low to mid. YXY. Wailing Wraith starts with an advancing mid-attack with fast startup. Each hits on this combo attack is safe on block. Forward Y, YXY. And there's another character. Alright. Alright, I've been streaming for a little under half an hour, and I've gotten quite a few of these characters out of the way thus far. Jackie Briggs, one of the other combat kids. Alright.
Jackie Briggs.
Jackie's most effective if she can get close to her opponent, or she can apply offensive pressure or start damaging juggle combos, a lot like Cassie Cage. Shrapnel Blast is a mid-attack with fast startup that's unsafe on block. Jackie will be up close with frame advantage if he ends a combo with this attack against a grounded opponent, creating an opportunity to apply pressure. Alright. Up Shrapnel is an anti-air attack with quick startup. This can lead to a juggle combo if it hits a cornered airborne opponent. Alright. It's not the button combination I would have expected for that. In fact, I would switch those two around and have the down back be the anti-air and the down forward be the low attack, but whatever. Amplify either version of Shrapnel Blast to follow up with a second mid-attack that can put the opponent into a long knockdown on hits, and this attack is unsafe on block. Alright. Bionic Dash is a fast advancing high attack with great range and a quick startup. This attack is difficult to punish on block, but can be easily evaded by a ducking opponent. Oh, those ducks keep avoiding me. Bionic Dash will trigger Crushing Blow if it hits at max range. If it hits at its max range. You mean like that? Grease Kick is a rapid-fire mid-attack with very fast startup, but it's unsafe on block. Grease Kick is good for ending combos or punishing blocked attacks close up. Down back B and then hold B. Alright. Amplify Grease Kick to launch the opponent into the air for a juggle combo. This attack is also unsafe on block. Alright. United We Fall begins with an advancing mid-attack with good range, followed by a mid that can be special canceled for a longer combo. Both hits are safe on block. Train to Kill begins with an advancing mid with great range, followed by a high attack that's difficult to punish if it's blocked at max range. Special cancel the last hit into Bionic Dash to push the opponent towards the corner. Alright. They don't give you the opportunity to actually special cancel this stuff. They just, you know, you can also do that. I feel like that's like the one big failing of this tutorial, is that they don't teach you all this stuff with the characters, specific ones, and they don't give you enough practice time, especially on the more difficult ones. You do it once and you're done. You don't really have time for it to sink in. Right? Total Overload starts with an advancing low attack followed by a mid attack with block advantage. There's a gap before the last hit when this combo attack is blocked, giving the opponent a chance to interrupt Jackie with a fast attack. They also don't show you what that looks like, being interrupted in those cases. Now, this is still easily the best tutorial mode I've ever played in a fighting game. It's just not perfect. Not that perfection is a goal, a realistic goal. It's just I'm playing this, and the more I play it, the more things I notice I wish were here, or wish were the case. Alright, back A and B. Justice for All starts with an advancing mid-attack with a very fast startup. Each hit in this damaging combo attack is safe on block, but the last attack is high and can be easily evaded by ducking. Wow, look at that. Forward A, XB. Okay, this is going to be tough. maybe not. Gauntlet Slam is a close-range high attack that's unsafe on block. This attack can lead to a juggle combo on hit, especially in the corner. It's almost like an uppercut. Alright. Alright. Sort of a rainbow-looking jacket combined with cyber legs. I do wonder how much of this stuff I'll remember. Which is the whole reason why I think they should be making you do the stuff multiple times. Alright. Oh, Shao Kahn. I expected that to be Kronika. Push A to purchase Shao Kahn. I wonder what you purchase him with. Okay, so we've done at least half the characters, right? More than half the characters because we've done some of these already. Let's go with Kano.
Kano.
Kano has an arsenal of deadly knife and grapple attacks that make him dangerous up close. Sounds like Sonya. He can use special moves like Blade Toss and Dragon Ball to stay competitive at mid and long range while he looks for an opportunity to close in. Yeah, he sounds exactly like Sonya. Blade Toss is a projectile with a quick startup that lets Kano threaten the opponent outside of close range. This is a high attack that can be evaded by ducking. Amplified Blade Toss to throw additional mid-projectiles that cannot be evaded by ducking. Black Dragon Ball is a fast-moving attack with great range and quick startup. The attack is great for punishing missed attacks in neutral, but is vulnerable to a punish if blocked. Yeah, like uppercutting. I feel like I've done that to opponents. Basically doing a sonic spin dash in the air. Black Dragon Ball will hit twice at close range, dealing additional damage. You can add even more damage by amplifying Dragon Ball after a hit or block. Alright. Black Dragon Ball can also be formed in the air for a downward advancing mid-attack with very fast startup. While this attack is great for catching an aggressive opponent off guard, it is vulnerable to punish or block on miss. Oops. That's a little tricky to do. An airborne Dragon Ball can be amplified on block, hit, or miss. Okay. For a follow-up attack that grants additional range and damage, Kano will be very vulnerable if this attack does not hit. Alright. Hitting up and then hitting back forward quickly without accidentally hitting up again is pretty difficult for me. Maybe it's a sign I should get either a better dedicated fighting game controller, fight pad, or maybe even a fight stick if I want to get serious about this game. I seriously doubt that will happen. Deadly Gaze is an advancing mid-attack that is useful for hitting airborne opponents or controlling space in the neutral. This attack is unsafe on block, but will launch the opponent for a juggle combo on hit. Alright. I was expecting that laser beam attack with that. Enzui Girly, what? Is an advancing mid-attack with fantastic range that's safe on block. This attack can cause a crushing blow with a K if it interrupts an opponent's attack. A little Bayonetta in him. He's got the feet blade. Wheel kick is an advancing overhead attack that can evade some low attacks during its startup and active frames. This attack is safe on block if it hits at its maximum range. That's a knockback. Takedown is an advancing low attack with quick startup that is unsafe on block. This can be cancelled into special moves to start or extend the combo. After a takedown before blown away to hit the grounded opponent, a side-switching stomp attack. Okay, this is going to be tough. Forward Y, up, down, B. What does the demo have to say? We have to do it immediately, okay. There we go.
This is a beaut.
Piss Off starts with a quick, high attack with good range. Last hit is an overhead attack that's safe on block. YYA. The second hit of Enough Yabber is a low attack, which can mix up opponents are expecting an overhead attack and Piss Off. The last hit of this combo is safe on block. YBX. Because I got it. Fair Sucks of the Salve. What? Starts with an advancing high attack with great range. The second hit does not cause damage, but the last hit is an overhead. The second hit does not cause damage? What? But the last hit is an overhead attack that's safe on block. Forward X, Y, back Y. Oh. So it's like a taunt in the middle of a combo. That's what it looks like to me, anyway. Underkick is a mid-attack that has great range but is unsafe on block. This attack can evade high attacks as it travels forward, giving Kano an effective tool to close in on opponents that are throwing projectiles at mid-range. Another lesson completed. Alright. We did him, him, her, him. So I guess Jade is next. I'll try not to have a jaded attitude about this. Yeah. That's a quality of my humor, folks. Jade is well equipped to limit her opponent's options. She has access to a variety of mid-range staff attacks, controlling razor rings, and projectiles countering special moves. While it takes some time for Razorang to travel forward, Jade can begin to move while the attack is still active, controlling space. If this attack connects outside of close range, it will lead to a significant hit or block advantage. Jade can amplify Razorang to quickly throw an additional high projectile. Jade's Blazing Nitro Kick is an advancing attack with quick startup that is unsafe on block. Its range and speed makes it useful for punishing missed attacks. This is a high attack, so it can be evaded by a ducking opponent. Looks like a flash kick to me. Amplify Blazing Nitro Kick to add an additional attack that switches sides with the opponent. This attack is unsafe if blocked, but it can be used to counter, with a K, opponents that try to punish regular Blazing Nitro Kick. So it is a teleport. Alright. While Deadly Butterfly is unsafe on block, it is useful as a combo ender that can lead to get-up pressure. If this attack hits in the corner, it can start a juggle combo if Jade follows up with a fast attack. Look at that. That's cool. Dodging Shadows gives Jade temporary immunity to projectile. This move will severely limit the opponent's zoning option, making it easier for Jade to maintain her ideal spacing. Jade will lose her immunity if she is hit by an attack, so it's basically a one-time shield. Temptation allows Jade to parry and counter-attack an opponent that performs a high, mid, or overhead attack. Temptation can still be hit by lower jumping attacks. Oops. Amplify Temptation after a successful parry for a damaging follow-up attack that will knock down and switch sides with the opponent. Alright. Wiggle Stick is a multi-hitting attack with a fast startup. It's excellent for controlling space at mid-range and can be hit confirmed into special moves for a longer combo. This attack is unsafe on block and can be evaded by quacking opponents. Eat Stick. Pole Strike is a mid-attack, a quick mid-attack with good range that can be continued with a K into Teaser for an overhead attack. While both attacks are unsafe on block, the opponent must risk being hit by a teaser if they want to punish Jade for using Pole Strike. I call it Pole Stick, I meant Pole Strike as a single hit poke. Perform Teaser. IP Girl. What? Sounds painful. Pia Girl. What? Consists of 2 overhead attacks of a slower startup, but fantastic range. While both attacks are unsafe on block, the second hit can be more difficult to punish if it connects at its maximum range. Forward YX. The first hit of Edian Rush is a low attack that lacks the range of Jade's staff attack, but is followed by 2 advancing mid attacks that are safe on block. Forward ABA. Sidekick is a fast mid attack that is safe on block. Use this attack to catch opponents that are ducking without blocking to avoid Jade's many high attacks. The last attack of Fatal Attraction has frame advantage if blocked, but there is a big enough gap that a skilled opponent can perfect block and punish Jade with a block attack. A skilled opponent that can perfect block would not describe to me. Would not describe me at all. Back A BAB. Okay, why is this not working? Back in A. What is the I don't know. I basically have to have a finger on each button at the same time. I basically have to put my index and middle finger on the A and B buttons in order to get that to work. Which means it's probably something I won't actually do. Alright, there's another character down. Alright, let's take a look here. At most, we have 7 characters? Yeah, we have 7 characters because I haven't done any of these guys yet. Scarlet. I'm at the 45-minute mark. It'll probably take me a little over an hour to get It'll probably be a little past the hour mark by the time I'm done with all these characters. Scarlet is most dangerous at mid to long range. She can use her arsenal of vein and blood weapon attacks at their maximum range to push opponents back to her ideal spacing. Blood Wall is a slower moving projectile that's good for controlling space. This attack has very high block advantage at long range, giving you a chance to follow up with one of Scarlet's many other long range attacks. Ah, she plays a little bit like Reptile, which is another character that's missing. Bloodshot is a faster moving projectile that complements her slower moving Blood Ball. Doesn't that sound like Reptile's spit attack? You can amplify Bloodshot immediately after a successful hit to recover a small amount of health. What? Use this ability is useful during long-range projectile battle at the end of a combo when an opponent has more health than Scarlet. This is the first time I've noticed any kind of health recovery things in this game. Alright, I didn't notice how much health was gained by that, but then again I think she was at full health. Blood Tentacle is a mid-attack that can be directed to strike at different distances. If it's a small amount, it's not going to be much. This attack is safe on block, making it useful for causing block damage and pushing the opponent back for our ideal spacing. And then... Alright. Blood Trail is a low projectile that complements Scarlet's other long-range attacks. Use it to threaten opponents ducking under Blood Ball and Bloodshot. The End is Nigh can launch an opponent for an extended juggle combo without spending any gauge. The last attack is unsafe on block, but the first two attacks are safe on block. You can hit confirm the last attack if you are careful with your inputs, which also does not describe me. YXY. Alright. The last hit of Coagulation? Oh, with a K. Has significant frame advantage on block and pushes the opponent back. Both hits are high attacks that can be evaded by ducking, so don't use this combo attacks too predictably. BB. Scythe Slam is a faster overhead attack with great range. While this attack is unsafe on block, it will be more difficult to punish Scarlet if her Scythe connects at its maximum range. I bet she's going to summon a Blood Scythe. Yep, that's pretty much exactly what I expected. Reaching Whip is a low attack with excellent range. Much like Scythe Slam, this attack is more difficult to punish when blocked at its maximum range. I guess the spacing here tells you what its maximum range is. Bleeding starts with an advancing mid-attack, followed by a low attack that is safe on block. You can special cancel the last attack to extend the combo or add block damage. 4 BA. Looks like she's kicking him in the shins, or the kneecaps, I mean. Simple Slaughter starts with a fast low attack, followed by a mid that is safe on block. This combo attack string hits when the opponent is in the corner. It can start a juggle combo. AB. Crack the Whip is a high attack with a great range that can knock down on hit, or safely push back an opponent on block. Special cancel this attack into Blood Tentacle for extra damage at maximum range. What? It's just A? She doesn't have a... Okay, that's odd. She doesn't have a regular kick. Alright. Aaron Black. Looks like he's only got 7 lessons. I wonder if they're like multi-stage ones, though.
Aaron Black.
Aaron Black's aims to dictate the pace of the match with a variety of unique spacing controlling attacks. Aaron can use Zattern Spit to place a trap in the arena that will slowly damage the opponent that stands inside. Zattern Spit can be aimed to create a trap at close or mid-range. Rattlesnake Slide is a fast, advancing low attack that knocks down and switches side of the opponent on hit. Don't use this attack recklessly as it's vulnerable to a punish on block or miss. Sounds like Sub-Zero Slide. Rattlesnake Slide can be amplified after hit to place a Zattern Spit Trap under the opponent as they get up. They must decide between moving to escape the trap or staying inside if they need to block the follow-up attack from Aaron Black. Locked and Loaded will make Aaron Black draw his rifle and begin to walk forward. As he walks, Aaron can fire powerful high projectiles that have incredibly fast startups and knockdown on hit. Aaron can cancel Locked and Loaded after his rifle is drawn. Alright. Aaron Black's rifle will eventually run out of ammo and must be reloaded before it can fire again. Yeah, the game has little oddities in it where characters can have stuff like that. I guess it kind of reminds me of Inkling from Smash Brothers, the current Smash Brothers, where you have to go back into ink in order to use the projectile attacks more. This game is actually a lot like Smash Brothers, just it's only one-on-one, and has a totally different tone, and it has some elements similar to it, like the block button, for example. And then hold B. Alright. Aaron can use low rifle shot to fire a low projectile while evading high attacks. This attack has longer startup than straight rifle shot. So you basically do back forward B to draw your rifle, and then you can do more combos after that. Aaron Black can perform a shot drop to end Locked and Loaded with a quick overhead attack. This attack is unsafe on block. Ah. Shoulder Shimmy is an advancing mid attack with good range and quick startup. This attack is safe on block and can be special canceled for a combo. Unfortunately, they don't have the guts to spell canceled with a K. Boot Drop is an overhead attack with a long startup but fantastic range. This attack is difficult to punish on block in most situations. Boot Drop will trigger a crushing blow if it hits twice in a row. Alright. Keep 'em Honest starts with a mid attack and quick startup and in great range, followed by a second mid attack that's safe on block. This combo is great for hit confirming into Rattlesnake Slide. Okay, forward A and Y. The first attack in Dead Man's Hand is a mid attack with moderate range and fast startup. The last hit will punish an opponent back to mid range, preventing a punish in most situations. I bet all those things with the rifle counted as the same lesson. YA up B, that's... The high amount of concentration I had to put in that tells me that's not something I'm going to use in an actual match. At the door. Swaps the last hit of Dead Man's hand for an overhead attack that is unsafe on block. This attack will keep the opponent close and put them into a longer knockdown. Back Y. Alright. It's probably the coolest looking character. Either him or Kung Lao. In my opinion, of course. Not that my opinion carries much weight with anyone. It barely carries much with me. Alright. Bug Lady. She kind of seems like a throwaway character in this game. They probably could have put in like either Reptile or Melina or I don't know. She was not featured much in the story. Because I don't think so. Well, if it was not memorable. Alright.
Devora.
Devora's Obiposters, whatever, give her excellent reach when facing opponents in neutral. She has several attacks that can knock down the opponent and apply pressure up close. Fireflies is a slow-moving high projectile that can limit the opponent's mobility at mid to long range. Devora can amplify fireflies to fire a second high projectile. Kind of looks like she's firing Medusa heads from Castlevania. The way they sort of go up and down like that. Ground Swarm is a mid-projectile attack that will hit the opponent after a short delay, creating an opportunity to pressure the opponent while with other attacks as it detonates. Ground Swarm can lead to a juggle combo in some situations. I feel like that's similar to one of Scorpion's attacks in Deadly Alliance. The Flame Up. I don't know if he still has that in this game. I guess I have to look that up. Devora can aim Ground Swarm to hit an opponent at different distances. A close Ground Swarm can be used to knock down a cornered opponent. Okay, I guess it's not lock on like that. Like what I was thinking. Down, back, X, back. There we go. Devora can amplify Ground Swarm to make a larger projectile with faster startup. This can be used as a combo extender, but its longer recovery makes it unsafe on block. Alright. Capito Rush is a multi-hit mid-attack that's useful as a combo ender. Devora will have significant frame advantage if this attack hits a grounded opponent. It's unsafe on block. Amplify it to increase the attack's damage and knock the opponent on hit. Amplifying also make the attack safe on block, right? Because it knocks him back. Or maybe not. If they block it, it doesn't matter. Swarm is a close range high attack with long active frames. This attack can end the juggle combo with frame advantage against a standing opponent, creating an opportunity to apply pressure. Swarm is unsafe on block. That looked painful for her. Infested is a very fast anti-air attack that is also useful as a damaging ender to juggle combos. Right. Amplify Infested after a successful hit to deal additional damage over time to the opponent. Wasn't sure about the timing, so I just kept hitting right bumper and hoped for the best. Botfly begins with an advancing high attack with great range and fast startup, followed by a mid attack that's safe on block. This combo can be hit confirmed into an amplified Ground Swarm. Forward XA. Bugging out begins with your system starting to bug out. No. Bugging out begins with a mid-attack that has fantastic range. The last hit is an advancing mid-attack that is safe on block. There we go. Killer Bee starts with a quick low attack, followed by an advancing low that's safe on block. This combo attack will switch sides with the opponent on hit. Rude Slam is an advancing overhead with a very fast startup that can be difficult to punish. This attack will put the opponent into a close knockdown, creating an opportunity to apply get-up pressure afterwards. Oops. Larvataurus is an advancing high attack that's safe on block. This attack can evade some low attacks with its active frames. What? Like, oh, A. At one point does A become a noteworthy combo? Oh dear. They put K on continue, but not on cancel or confirm. A little inconsistent there. Kodokan, which for most, if not all, of MKX, I refer to him as Todokan, because I guess that sounded better. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Feel free to ignore me. Yeah, we are just plowing through things here. Doesn't look like anyone's actually watching at the moment, which is fine. I'm mostly doing this for myself to try to learn stuff. If other people want to watch this and maybe see if this game's tutorial mode is a worthwhile reason enough to pick it up, then yeah, okay, I guess I'm doing some kind of service, but at the end of the day, this is about me. Kodokan's attacks are generally slower, but they have great range and devastating power. I imagine that Shao Kahn will be very similar, but maybe not. Having various special moves that provide unique benefits, like his healing whatever beam. Another healing character. Yeah, this character's gonna have a lot of words I can't pronounce. An advancing mid-attack that's effective against grounded or airborne opponents. This attack is easily punished if blocked, but it's useful as a damaging combo ender. Alright. Down toward one. Okay. Amplify is successful. One of those to deal significant damage and switch sides. This attack can trigger a crushing blow if it interrupts an airborne attack.
Silence.
Yeah, I should check the timing on the right bumper thing. So right when he's up in the air? Oh, I guess I did it. I didn't see him flash, though. You can... Yeah. Whatever, Disc is a high projectile that travels at high speed and knocks down on a hit. This attack has longer startup, but it's usually safe if blocked outside of close range. Looks a lot like Kung Lao's throwing hat attack, actually. Unblockable attack with a slow startup and longer recovery. Can be evaded by jumping, leaving Kodo open to a jumping attack if he misses. That sounds like a ground pound to me. Guess not quite, but still, it's pretty similar. You can amplify it to follow up with a damaging overhead attack that's unsafe on block. You can use this attack to catch opponents trying to punish the regular version. Alright. Kodo parry lets... What? No. Kotao. I'm going to stick with Kodo parry. Lets Kodo deflect an incoming melee or projectile attack If it's a mid, overhead, or high attack, Kodo will gain a brief but significant damage bonus after a successful parry. What? Oh yeah, parry. Nope. I am failing to do this. Okay, what does the demo have to say? Okay, you want to do it before the attack. We also need to hold X, obviously. There we go. Whatever beam summons a ray of light to Kodo's position, slowly healing him if he remains inside. Will slowly damage the opponent if they move inside. That's okay. Make the beam track the opponent's position. The beam will continue to damage the opponent as long as they remain inside. That lasts a long time, doesn't it? That. Okay. Starts with a quick advancing high attack. The first two hits are safe on block, but the final overhead attack can be easily punished. This combo can trigger a crushing blow if it interrupts an opponent's attack. XYY. Kodo can use Medzili to substitute the last two hits of too many words I can't pronounce with a low attack that is unsafe on block. Use this attack to surprise the opponent who's expecting an overhead. Alright. Begins with advancing high attack with a great range. At the last hit is an overhead attack that's safe on block. That sounds good to me. Back Y, Y. Does that mean all the attacks that are safe on block? I don't know. The first hit of this attack is a slower mid attack with fantastic range. The last hit is a low attack that puts the opponent in a long knockdown. Every hit of this combo is unsafe on block. Forward YBA. Kodo's strike begins with a quick high attack followed by a low. The last hit is a mid attack that's difficult to punish. This combo attack can launch the opponent for a juggle combo in the corner. Begins with a Melahawk, begins with an advancing low attack with great range followed by a powerful mid attack that will send the opponent flying back on hit. Both attacks are safe on block. Forward A, B. Alright. There's another one. Maybe it'll be close to 1.5 hours by the time I'm finished with all these. I only have 3 more left, including this guy that I mistook for Evil Jax. Was this guy a new character in this game? I feel like he was. I should look that up.
Yes.
He's supposedly immortal. Garrus is a brawler that uses a mix of mid-range strikes and grapples to keep his opponents in check. Garrus can equip different abilities to drastically change his playstyle. I still have yet to learn anything about these equipment things. And I wonder why that wasn't presented in the tutorial as of yet. Temporal Advantage is a close-range mid-attack that has long active frames but is unsafe on block. This attack will knock the opponent back on hit. Okay. amplify it to lock the opponent in place for a short time, allowing him to combo into additional attacks. So basically freezing him. This is actually showing you a combo. YBA or YBX. Okay. Sand Trap is a low projectile that can be aimed to hit different distances. It's useful for attacking mobile opponents. This attack will cause a crushing blow if it hits an opponent that is blocking high. Yep, he did that to me a number of times in the story. And then Far Sand Trap. Big Fist is a high attack that is difficult to punish on block. This attack will cause a crushing blow if it interrupts 2 attacks in a row. Alright. Titan Tackle is an unblockable throw attack with great range. Hold Y after Titan Tackle hits to carry the opponent towards the combo. Towards the corner, I mean. Still a freaky but cool looking background here. If Garrus is close enough to the corner while carrying the opponent with Titan Tackle, he will perform an additional wall attack that deals extra damage. Enough face. Dangerous Chronology starts with a fast, advancing mid-attack followed by a mid-range projectile that is difficult to punish if the second attack hits up close. Garrus can continue into a damaging leg grab. Forward Y, YXA. Right in the ankle. The last hit of Matter of Time is safe on block and will launch the opponent for a juggle combo if it hits the opponent in the corner. There we go. Shoulder Charge is an advancing mid-attack with great range and quick startup. This attack is safe on block if it connects at its maximum range. Alright. Expecting more of a charging, like running at full speed towards, but whatever. Continue Shoulder Charge into X and... what the heck is that? Whatever that is, to knock down and switch sides to your opponent. This combo can be punished by blocking an opponent. Is that an Egyptian hieroglyphic symbol? I don't know what that is. Ripple in Time starts with a fast advancing mid-attack. The second attack is safe on block and puts the opponent into a long knockdown on hit. Out of Time is a damaging combo attack that is difficult to punish on block. You can create a mix-up by substituting the third overhead attack for a Sand Trap to hit low instead. XXXX plus A. He just baned her. Alright. Indestructible Advocate. Sounds like a job title. Alright. I think it's 2 more characters. We've got the Collector and Kronika's daughter.
Collector.
I'll be very interested in finding out what I'll be very interested in seeing what the DLC characters for this game end up being. I have no idea. I doubt they're going to put like Batman characters in it. That'd be pretty freaky. I would expect other classic Mortal Kombat characters. Collector has an electric collection of weapons and magic attacks. He has far-reaching attacks that are great for controlling space in neutral, as well as fast attacks that are good for interrupting an opponent that's close up. Menacing Demonic Mace is a mid-attack with great range that has slow initial startup, but can be delayed to release the attack at the perfect moment. This attack will push your opponent back on block, making it difficult to punish it if it connects at its maximum range. Collector can cancel delayed demonic mace. This can be used to move in for a throw if the opponent is trying to block the attack. Alright. Shotel Fury is an advancing mid-attack with fast startup that's unsafe on block. This attack is useful as both a combo ender or reversal to reliably punish unsafe attacks up close. A lot of hits. Damned Bola is a high projectile attack with a slow starter that will put the opponent into a longer knockdown on hit. This attack has higher block disadvantages when compared to other projectiles. Collector can amplify Damned Bola to capture the opponent for a combo follow-up. Special cancel into this attack for a versatile combo extender. What's this demo have to say about this? Alright. What? There we go. That was a little tricky there. Relic Absorb will destroy an incoming projectile attack, giving Collector a way to deal with opponents that are trying to keep him at a distance. Hold Y to extend the active frames. Alright. Oops. Hold Y. I thought it was hold B. If Relic Absorb destroys an incoming projectile, Collector can amplify to immediately create a projectile of his own. Collector can walk behind the slow-moving projectile to protect himself as he closes in on the opponent. No. No. What's the timing on that? Alright. What? This is not cool. Dagnammit. Guess the range of it is not that great. The first hit of Chaotic Magic is a mid-attack with good range that's safe on block. Continue the combo with a K on hit that creates space and put the opponent into a longer knockdown. Alright. Debt is Paid begins with a quick low attack that's safe on block, followed by a 2-hit mid-attack that's difficult to punish. Continue into the last hit for an overhead attack that's unsafe on block. Forward X, Y, down Y. Perform Slice and Dice to substitute the overhead and Debt is Paid for a low attack, creating a mix-up that's difficult to react to. This attack is unsafe on block. And then down X. Greed begins with a fast mid-attack, followed by a low attack that knocks down. The first two attacks are safe on block in most cases, but the third attack is vulnerable to a punish if it does not hit. Ravages of Time starts with a quick high attack that's safe on block, has great range, followed by a mid attack that's difficult to punish on block if it connects at its maximum range. Alright. Corrupted Kid is an advancing mid attack with fantastic range that's safe on block. The attack is great for quickly getting in close to the opponent. If Corrupted Kick hits, Collector can continue to take and deny to unleash a barrage of projectiles that can knock down the opponent. XYA. I hit B instead. Death Spin is a retreating high attack that knocks down an opponent or gives Collector frame advantage on block. This is an effective anti-air attack, but it's also good for controlling space when opponent is trying to advance. Knee Breaker is a fast two-hit low attack that's difficult to punish if it's blocked at its maximum range. With special cancel into this attack and to Damble to extend this combo. There you go. One more left. I think I'll actually call it a stream after this, though. Realistically, I don't think I'm going to go back and try to finish those other ones. There's a reason why I skipped them, because A, I took too long. Because A, I really, because I just wasn't getting them. I spent a long time trying them, but I just wasn't getting them. Maybe I can get a friend to come over and do them for me, I don't know, but I'm not capable of doing them. Here we go. Last character. Unless we want to try getting Shao Kahn. Oh, I guess I'll click on that to see what the purchasing thing is for that, if it requires money or some sort of in-game currency that I may already have. I don't know. Criterion has a variety of unique projectile attacks that make her an effective zoner. Moves like Natural Barrier and Hell's Wrath can make it difficult for opponents to counter her zoning with their own projectile attacks. Bouncing Boulder is a powerful projectile attack that has a slow startup, but when knocked down, then send the opponent back on hit. This mid attack cannot be evaded by ducking and has block advantage at any range. Boulder Dash is ridiculous. Now, Boulder Dash is a slow but powerful anti-air projectile attack. This attack can catch opponents trying to jump over Boulder Bounce if these attacks look similar during their startup. Timing of that can be tricky. Natural Barrier is a close range with long active frames that covers a large vertical area in front. Natural Barrier also protects. Alright, so it's basically a shield? Force field? It's obviously going to be those rocks, right? Yep. Amplify Natural Barrier for a follow-up attack that can hit a large area in front. Make it very difficult to evade. This attack is safe on block and knocks the opponent on hit. Alright. As a mid attack that can hit opponent at any range. This is great for catching mobile opponents, but can be easily punished on block or miss. Alright. Amplify it after a successful hit to stun the opponent for a short time. But it knocks them down. Hell's Wrath is a projectile attack that fires a scorching beam at a downward angle towards the ground, so it's obviously an air attack. This attack is unsafe on block, though it can be difficult to punish if it connects at its maximum range. Or maybe not. Oh, yeah. Hell's Wrath can be aimed to hit an opponent at different distances, though it cannot hit targets at maximum range. Criterion can perform Hell's Wrath while airborne. This attack has slightly shorter recovery if it's performed close to the ground, making it more difficult to punish. Criterion can apply any version of Hell's Wrath to amplify any version of Hell's Wrath to add a second beam with extended range, dealing additional damage and pushing back the opponent. This is safe on block. Alright. Tendril Slap is a very fast, high attack that's great for poking at opponents that get too close to get too close. While this attack is unsafe on block, it can be difficult to punish if it connects at its maximum range. You can continue to Tendril Slap into Seismic Energy. The second attack is a mid that is safe on block. The final attack is low that is unsafe on block. Alright. Fire Nado begins with a quick high attack and ends with a multi-hit mid attack. Each hit in this combo attack is safe on block. YX1. Oh, that looks cool. Fire and Brimstone substitute the last hit for an overhead attack that's difficult to punish on block. This combo can trigger a crushing blow if it interrupts the opponent's attack. YXA? See the light! Turning Wave is an advancing mid attack with good range that's safe on block. Sounds good to me. Perform Unlimited potential to continue Turning Wave into a low attack, followed by an overhead that's safe on block. Substitute the last attack for the Tender Pole for a risky mix-up that can lead to a combo. Risky doesn't sound good. Forward YAV. Life Cycle sounds like a healthy alternative to traditional bicycle with stevia. Life Cycle starts with a fast low attack followed by a mid that's safe on block. Last hit will create space and put the opponent into a longer knockdown, giving Criterion time to reposition or start a projectile attack. Alright. Well, that is all the characters that are available at the outset. Or at least available once you complete the campaign. I don't know if I've unlocked any characters doing that, but maybe. Let's go take a look at Shao Kahn, the other Kahn, the original Kahn. Searching for new content. $5.99 USD. So you cannot purchase this with in-game currency. You have to purchase it with dollars. Okay, I'm going to say no to that. It's going to be 6 DLC characters released over time. And then you can also buy these time crystals, which I guess is the currency. I don't know. No, I will not be doing that. Alrighty then, folks. I think I'm going to call it a day. It looks like someone actually said hello to me. So I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I know I said I would do a better job of that. But I clearly have not done that. Well, yeah, but thank you for watching if you have watched. I apologize for that person, Katrina Barbosa. Sorry about that. I didn't, Karina Barbosa. Sorry, I didn't see you there when you said that. My, the screen that I use to monitor chat is to the right of me, while the TV is obviously behind me. No, obviously the TV's in front of me. I apologize for that, but thank you for watching. I appreciate anyone who takes time to watch my streams. This is a quick reminder, I do a retro stream on Monday night about 8 o'clock, and I do occasional other streams throughout the week if I have a game I'm playing, typically at about 11 o'clock. And I also do 4K and or HDR uploads on Friday when I have the time to do that. But until next time, thank you for watching. This has been MK11. I've enjoyed the tutorial mode for the most part. It's not perfect, but it's the best one I've ever played. And until next time, take it easy.